It all started when she first broke up with a long-term relationship. Switching back from using we and us to an I was really, really difficult. And by really, really difficult, I mean years later, it was still a conscious effort to go I, okay? And the reason for that in our system is because Thomas is always there with her. She was never alone without him. Now, Jessica is much more independent with her counterpart, which would be Jennifer. Okay, moving on. Now, she started to notice and talk about it in therapy when Thomas would front for her while she was co-conscious, while she was able to just sit and watch the body do whatever it needed to do, and she didn't have to do anything. She was so emotionally burnt out. She would, well, she wouldn't take a step back. She would move to the front and she would just watch. Okay, all right. She started noticing the amnesia and the amnesia about the amnesia. She before she would just sit there, and her biggest excuse, she's always said, "Oh, I'm just so forgetful. I'm just so forgetful." Girl, you shouldn't be forgetting your entire day, which your entire week, your entire year. Okay, moving on. Or like in your mid conversation, a lot. We could never settle on a style. We could never settle on certain favorites. There's music that would come on that we had saved, liked, and she would delete it and take it off because it wasn't something she had saved herself, right? And she disliked it so badly that she removed the song. All right. What else? Man, I got through it so good. We should write stuff down more often. I don't even know what to talk about now. What else did she have going on? She started to notice the switching. She would start noticing like the amnesia, basically. Um, little blocks of time. She would start paying attention to when someone would say, well, you said this or you said that. And she would be like, well, I didn't though. Or pictures that she didn't take. She started to really pay attention because the thing about DID is it doesn't want you to notice it. So anytime she would notice something and go, that's a little weird. Like when we watched Sybil back in high school and she would go, that might be like us, right? But Sybil didn't fit our system perfectly enough for her little ADHD brain, and she didn't understand that every system is different for every child. So she was like, nope, just shut that down real fast. But she wasn't ready at that time, and that's also part of it. Artemis's job was to keep her from that knowledge until she was ready as well, because until then it was her job to be the one that didn't know, because that is a job. Now we're just